Hey guys, this is Dennis. Giving you guys an update of the current series that we're in. We just started a series on this past Sunday, April the 7th, called Fight For. And it kind of asked the overarching question over these next 3 weeks of what do you feel like is worth fighting for? What do you feel like you're fighting for in your own life? It's really a walk through kind of parts of 1 Timothy. So we're really excited about that. If you guys want to jump on some reading to kind of track with what we're doing, that'd be great. 1 Timothy 4, like starting around verse 6, really through maybe the first part of chapter 5 is kind of the section of scripture we're going to be looking at over the next 3 weeks, talking about fighting for stuff. The thing that Paul encouraged Timothy to fight for in that first section of scripture, the first thing that we jumped on this past Sunday was fighting for holiness. That, as a believer, as a young believer, that might sound weird. That might sound kind of off the wall a little bit. Like you think of holiness, you think of, like Anne Green or these old saints in our church that are just really, really awesome people. But Paul encourages Timothy, who's probably your age, probably the age of a teenager, to fight for holiness, to fight for godliness, to train himself in godliness. The one that we jumped on this past Sunday was verse 12. And what verse 12 says is that don't let anyone look down on you, or don't let anyone despise you because of your youth or because you're young. But instead, set the example, leave an impression on people by being different, by being holy, by being different. And he gives him a few different arenas of his life right after that to look at, how do you be different? How do you be holy? How do you set the example for those around you? And he says, do this in your speech, in your conduct, in your faith, in your love, and in your purity. The questions we kind of asked in our community group time were, who do you know that might be close to your age, or a leader in your life, a mentor in your life that displays holiness, displays being different for Christ? The other question that we kind of jumped on was, how do you cultivate fighting for these things in your life? What can you do to really push that in your own life? How do you fight for holiness in speech, in the way you talk? How do you fight for holiness in purity? How do you do those things? Those 5 things in verse 12. So check out verse 12 in 1 Timothy chapter 4. This coming week we're going to be checking out fighting for your church. And we're going to take the last part of that chapter 4 and be checking it out. So hope to see you guys Sunday, and love y'all, and have a great one.